Hey everyone, I'm John and welcome back to MetaCast.
And I'm Maya, ready for another deep dive.
You know it, and today we're serving up a feast for all you Xbox and PC gaming fans out there.
Oh, yeah!
We're talking about the October 2024 Xbox Partner Preview event. Dissecting all the juicy reveals, the surprise drops, and what has gamers buzzing.
Exactly. We know you're busy, so we've sorted through all the trailers and announcements to bring you the need-to-know info.
Right.
No need to wade through hours of streams.
Yeah.
We've got you covered.
Absolutely. And look, instead of going through everything chronologically, we're hitting the highlights first.
Okay.
Let's talk about those 5 games dropping on Xbox Game Pass Day 1.
Okay.
Subnautica 2, Eternal Strands, Wheel World Wu-Chang, Fallen Feathers, and FBC. Firebreak. Talk about value for your subscription.
It's a seriously impressive lineup. But hold on to your controllers because the surprises didn't stop there. 2 words. Shadow drops.
Ooh.
That's right. 2 games available to play right now.
I'm a sucker for a good shadow drop. It's like finding a 20 in your pocket, but better.
Exactly.
So we've got Blind Fire, an arena shooter that looks perfect for scratching that fast-paced itch.
And for those who prefer their games with a side of mystery, there's Animal Well, a 2D platformer with some seriously intriguing visuals. I'm already downloading it as we speak.
Nice.
But let's shift gears a bit and talk about some of the bigger reveals, starting with a certain spooky DLC that has us all on edge.
Okay, that Alan Wake 2, the Lake House DLC trailer, goosebumps.
Yeah.
Seriously, you need to see this, especially if you're into the whole Control universe connection. It's giving me chills just thinking about it. And the best part, it drops October 22nd, so we don't have long to wait.
They definitely know how to set the mood for Halloween, but this DLC isn't just about jump scares and creepy atmosphere. There are some really interesting lore implications here, tying into the main Alan Wake 2 story and potentially even hinting at future connections within Remedy's shared universe.
Speaking of long-awaited sequels, Subnautica 2 finally graced us with a teaser trailer, and let me tell you, it was worth the wait. The graphics have gotten a serious upgrade. We're talking jaw-droppingly beautiful underwater landscapes.
Yeah.
But more importantly,
It has co-op.
oh man.
Fans have been clamoring for this since the first game, imagining the terrifying beauty of the depths shared with a friend. It could completely change how people explore, build, and survive. Early access starts in 2025 through Xbox Game Preview. I can practically hear the cheers from the Subnautica community.
I can already imagine the screams and laughs over voice chat as my friend and I get chased by a Reaper Leviathan. Speaking of terrifying underwater experiences, just kidding, we're switching gears to something completely different. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii.
You heard that right, like a dragon. Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is exactly as delightfully absurd as it sounds. The new trailer showcased naval combat, and let's just say it looks like pure chaos in the best way possible.
And get this, the release date got bumped up. Mark your calendars for February 21st, 2025, folks. Valentine's Day just got a whole lot more interesting. But while Subnautica 2 takes us beneath the waves and like a dragon throws us into a wacky historical remix, there's another game that caught my eye with its unique visual style.
You're talking about Mouse P.I. for Hire, right?
Yeah.
Now imagine a classic Mickey Mouse cartoon, but he's traded in the white gloves for a trench coat and a fedora. And instead of solving mysteries with his wits alone, he's got an arsenal of, shall we say, unconventional weaponry at his disposal. It's a bold concept for sure, and I can't wait to see how it plays out when it releases in 2025. It's definitely a wild twist on a familiar character. But hey, who doesn't love a good noir detective story, even if it stars a cartoon mouse packing heat?
Speaking of unexpected mashups, we also got a closer look at FBC, Firebreak, which throws us headfirst back into Remedy's Control universe.
And get this, it's their first foray into co-op multiplayer.
That's right. You and a friend.
2 friends.
Oh, 2 friends. Okay, even better. You and 2 friends can team up to tackle supernatural threats in those awesome mind-bending environments we loved from Control. Honestly, the potential for creepy co-op shenanigans is off the charts.
Absolutely. And while we're on the topic of spooky games, I have to mention Chronos, the new Dawn. If you're a horror fan, you know Bloober Team. They're the masterminds behind chilling titles like The Medium and the Layers of Fear series.
And this time they're taking us to an alternate 1980s Poland. I don't know about you, but that Cold War aesthetic mixed with Bloober's signature psychological horror. I'm already feeling the chills just thinking about it.
Right. They have a knack for crafting unsettling atmospheres and stories that really get under your skin. But it wasn't all jump scares and supernatural chills at the event. We also got a peek at some exciting action-adventure titles. Did you catch the Eden Zero trailer?
You know, I did. The anime fan in me was geeking out. For those who
Oh.
don't know, it's based on a popular manga and anime series, and it looks like they're really capturing that high-energy spacefaring adventure vibe in the
Wow.
game. Should be a real treat for fans when it drops.
Absolutely. And speaking of adaptations, I think The Legend of Babu deserves a shout-out. Don't let the adorable art style fool you. This action-adventure game packs a punch. Think challenging combat mixed with a heartwarming story, always a winning combination.
I'm all about those feel-good adventures, especially when they come with a side of satisfying gameplay. But, you know, while The Legend of Babu looks heartwarming, another title we saw has me hyped for a different reason. Eternal Strands. That game is generating serious buzz, and for good reason.
Rightfully so, especially with some serious development talent behind it. We're talking folks who work on massive franchises like Dragon Age and Assassin's Creed. Just that pedigree alone makes it one to watch. But the gameplay we've seen, intense, action-packed, and visually stunning.
Definitely going on my must-play list. And while Eternal Strands has that epic fantasy adventure vibe, lockdown fans of a certain challenging genre are in for a treat as well. Enter Miss Fall Hunter. It's got that dark, brooding atmosphere that Souls-like fans crave.
But with a twist.
Okay, I like it already.
They're blending in elements of magic and technology, creating this fascinating, dark fantasy world that immediately grabbed my attention. It's one of those games that makes you want to dive headfirst into its lore and uncover its secrets.
Absolutely. And, you know, while we're talking about games that will likely consume our lives, we can't forget to mention a certain ghost hunting phenomenon that's finally making its way to Xbox consoles. Get ready to face your fears, Xbox players, because Phasmophobia is coming for you on October 29th.
That's right. Soon, even more players can experience the thrill of investigating paranormal hotspots, gathering evidence, and trying not to scream when a ghost decides to say hello. It's the perfect way to get into the Halloween spirit, even if it means sleeping with the lights on for a few nights afterwards.
I can practically hear controllers shaking across the globe already.
Oh,
But speaking of things that go bump in the night, did you notice how many horror games were featured in this event?
oh yeah, totally.
Chronos, that Alan Wake 6 DLC, even Phasmophobia's console debut. They really leaned into the Halloween season, huh?
They really did. It makes you wonder, is this just a coincidence, or are we witnessing a full-blown horror renaissance in gaming? We've seen a resurgence in horror movies and TV shows lately, so it wouldn't be surprising to see games follow suit. What do you think? Are we entering a golden age for spooky games?
It's a fascinating question. Maybe developers are tapping into our collective anxieties, or maybe we just love a good scare. Whatever the reason, it seems like the horror genre is alive and thriving in the gaming world. But you know what else really stood out to me about this event?
What's that?
It felt like a power move by Xbox,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to their Game Pass strategy.
Absolutely. This wasn't just about showcasing individual games. It was about solidifying Game Pass as the destination for gamers. Think about it. So many of these titles, especially the bigger ones, are hitting Game Pass on day one. They're doubling down on value and convenience, which puts pressure on competitors like Sony and even Steam.
It's a bold strategy, and it seems to be paying off. Game Pass subscribers just keep climbing. And with a lineup like this coming in 2025, I wouldn't be surprised to see them dominate the gaming landscape even further. But beyond Game Pass, there's another layer to this that I found really interesting.
Okay.
Xbox seems to be finally addressing one of their biggest weaknesses: third-party partnerships.
Right. In the past, they've been criticized for leaning too heavily on their own first-party titles. But this event, it was a smorgasbord of games from a diverse range of developers, big and small, securing niche titles like a Dragon, Ira Yakuza, alongside heavy hitters like Subnautica 2, shows they're serious about offering something for everyone.
Exactly. They're building a more robust and diverse library, which is good news for everyone.
And, you know, as we wrap up this deep dive,
Yeah.
it strikes me that this event wasn't just about flashy trailers and release dates. It was a glimpse into the future of gaming. A future where subscription services like Game Pass might just change how we play and where exciting genre-bending experiences are becoming the norm. Couldn't have said it better myself. We saw everything from underwater survival to pirate adventures, from lore mysteries starring cartoon mice to chilling horror experiences that will stay with you long after you turn off the console. It's a great time to be a gamer, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. And with 2025 shaping up to be such a massive year for Xbox and PC gaming, it feels like we're on the cusp of something truly special. But hey, that's just our take. We want to hear from you. What were your highlights from the Xbox Partner Preview event? Which games are you most hyped for? Head over to our socials and let us know. And hey, while you're there, why not drop us a follow so you don't miss out on our next deep dive into the world of gaming? Until then, happy gaming, everyone.